Hello, welcome to another Friday artwork video. So today I'm going to be going through single copies of the cards that I pulled when I opened some Guildpact product a few years ago. And if you're interested in seeing the original pack openings, then I will include a link in the description section alongside any other links I think that might be relevant to this set. So let's dive in. We'll start off in white and we'll just go through these one at a time. So let's actually get this on this. That's better. We'll zoom in a little bit better so you can see the artwork. Absolve through. So I'll try and keep my eye open for the rares and specifically flag those up in terms of the ones that I pulled. We're in a multicoloured set here, so obviously we're going to see fewer monocoloured cards. Keep your eyes open, like on this card, for the you might notice in the light we are sometimes able to see any watermarks where the cards have been watermarked up for a particular guild. This was the second set of the block, and so it had, what was it, three guilds in it. It was 4, 3, 3 in that order. 4 in the first set, 3 in the second, and 3 in the third. And of course, as we get into the multicoloured cards, you'll get a better idea of the breakdown of the colour combinations with respect to the particular guilds that were present in this set. So it looks like we've got no rares so far. I'm sure we'll see some in some of the other colours and 2 colour combinations. And there may be some cards here that you recognise from the the deck musings episode. And I suppose if you do choose to watch an earlier set musings about the set whenever I did it several years ago, but yeah, certainly you might recognise some of the cycles I was talking about in my deck musings. So there's one of the Rasulkas, blue one. Giga Droughts. Okay, so this next card is a rare, and it is this card. Mimeofaction. You probably notice several cards so far having, and this is one of them, had replicate on it. Got repeal in the set. I think you remember this, there was this cycle of cards where, you know, if you played and during casting, in addition to the colour of the mana in the casting cost, if you played the second, you know, guild colour, you got something extra. We've got a blue flyer here with fire breathing on it. Torch strike. And our last mono blue card. Okay, first card in black is a rare Abyssal Nocturnus. And this next card, which is Cry of Contrition, you'll see this has Haunt on it. As the white-black guild combination ability. Dousing Gloom, interesting bit of instant speed black removal there. There's another Haunt card. That's cool artwork. No foils so far, so we'll see how we do. Another card with a watermark and Haunt on it. So obviously the cool thing about the watermarks is, if you know, say drafting a set, it does act as a sort of bit of a flag, a bit of a pointer to help you out if you're not familiar with the set. In terms of if you want to go down a particular style of play or theme, I suppose, that is particular to a colour combination, a guild. always interesting when you have a set where there's certain cards which, you know, want you to or encourage you to play like a, you know, graveyard or reanimation theme, something like that. That we have cards where there are creatures which have regenerate on them as well, just or, you know, like things to do with sacrifice triggers or anything where you can also prevent certain cards from getting blown up. I think that's the second card we've seen which have things like, you know, creatures you control that are enchanted. So clearly I think we're seeing here, what would it be? Is it a cycle of mage marks perhaps? Something along those lines. There was some sort of cycle where, you know, it rewarded you for, yeah, Infiltrator's mage mark was the one I was thinking of, which was in blue. So red-green was a guild combination or guild colour combination here, Gruul, this particular set, one of the three. So you probably guess by what we've seen so far. We've got red-green, red-blue and white-black. So what that would be, Gruul, is it an Orzhov? I think that's right. It's a card with replicate. You know, that sort of ability of copying things, you know, does crop up pretty with quite regularity in, you know, blue-red, yeah, blue-red themed decks. And while we're in red, of course, we do have a way of dealing with artifacts. And then of course that's also got the guild theme for, that would be, is it? Replicate stapled to it as well. Oh, into green now, and we have another mage mark. And this was a card that was featured in the tournament deck that we were looking at for the particular event in this week's deck musings. And as I pointed out, you know, standard at this point, there was a lot of non-basic lands. So no surprise to see a non-basic land walk. So moving on in green, another Bloodthirst card. yeah, these sort of cards you often see crop up in green, you know, that can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. It's interesting, Mana Dork. And of course this is one of the cards that were the Rusalka cycles. Rusalka cycle. And then we have our green instant pump spell, so +2/+2 and trample, and then draw a card for 2 and a green. Alright, let's go through this. I don't think this is any particular order, unfortunately, because we're onto the 2 colour cards here. I think I've probably got it alphabetical actually. And the other interesting thing is this as well, because we've seemingly gone back to Ravnica so many times now, or at least it feels like it. You often see cards which have very similar names to cards that came later. In the case of this set, because it was the first time we went to Ravnica. What have I managed to do here? Okay. Looks like I've doubled up a couple of instances for some reason. Another thing you probably notice is so far through the mono colours we really haven't seen that many rares. So let's see where they're amassing. Okay. Right, so here's one, and it is a legendary creature, 4/4 with flying. Never miss it, the Firemind. And of course with these 2 colour cards, you may have noticed already, you're going to see the set watermarks, or the guild watermarks. So Savage Twister is in here. X red and green spell. Deals X damage to each creature. And then I think, this must be our first foil actually. Unfortunately I've got both a foil and a non-foil version, and this is Scab Clan Mauler. So there's our foil version. And again, the difference with the watermark visibility, it really pops. And then we compare that with the regular one, and then side by side. moving on, we have this card, Skagen Skybreaker. We've got the Souls of the Faithless. Probably some people out there that might recognise this card, We Dragonauts. And the next card was featured in this week's Deck Musings. And you can see there it is a rare. So we're sort of moving in now to the hybrid mana cards. That I imagine could look quite nice in foil. And as I pointed out before, there's quite a big difference here with in terms of the inner borders there when you compare, hybrid mana card like this one, red-green, with say a red-green card where it's not hybrid mana and you just have the regular like gold border things. Okay, so a couple of rares here. There were 5 Nephilims in this set. These were these 4 colour creatures. First time they printed a 4 colour creature in Magic. So I actually managed to pull 2. And they're both rares. Yep, part of a cycle. And these were at common, so I opened 10 booster packs. So yeah, I statistically was fine and actually managed to get at least one of each of these. So yeah, you saw the Is It there, and then this one, the Gruul version, and the Orza one. That's 3 for 3, and they filtered mana of any colour into the various guild colour combinations. So have another rare here. So it looks like most of the rares are down the multicoloured end of the card, of the binder. Okay, so now we're moving on to our land, our non-basic land. So again, lucky enough to have at least one each of the bounce lands to show you. So yeah, there's 3 there, all 3 there for the 3 guilds. Now, what else have we got? A couple more interesting lands before we wrap things up. So a rather nice, fairly straight foil steam vents. There, which it's pulled back fresh, so let's try and there you go, nice and foily. Yeah, the watermark really pops nicely on that. And then also there was another cycle, if you remember, of these. They weren't legendary, but they were named rather as though they were legendary, pseudo-legends, or whatever they tend to call them. This one. So this is the white-black one, was over. So yeah, one of the three there. They were uncommon, so didn't expect to pull many of those. Okay, there we have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's always fun to look through some of these older cards. And as I said, I'll include all the links to any relevant, the relevant pack opening and the any other videos I did, and also like the Scryfall search for Guildpact. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I'll catch you in a future video.